went and saw the show, and I probably saw it last year, probably in December or so, maybe January. It just feels good. Like that was one of those shows that you go, okay, Broadway is back.
That's great.
Broadway is officially back. How's it been for you?
It's been a great gift. Yeah. Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of the first day of rehearsal.
That's
and
amazing.
It has flown by. The shutdown was gave me a lot of perspective, but to be able to just work is lovely, and then for the work to be as joyful and joy-bringing as this show has been fantastic.
You know, what you do, and I've seen you in so many different roles over the years, but you know, what you do is you bring joy to people, regardless of the role that you're in, but that's not always easy. I know that.
But it is fun. I mean, I do
fun.
have to say, like, in general, it has been so light being back at the Shubert after 18 years. Spamalot was 18 years ago, and now they're reviving Spamalot, which is so sobering. The Shubert has such incredible, like, historic energy around it anyway, so to be back there and to be doing another Casey Nicholaus show, that's where we developed our relationship too with Spamalot.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You have that relationship already. What is that like to be working together again?
It's amazing. We have developed over the last 18 years a great shorthand, and we trust each other. He lets me get away with murder on stage, but he's also very good at telling me, like, that might not serve what you want the best, so maybe rein it in a little bit this way, that way. He's a great editor in that way.
You've brought a lot to that show though yourself, right? Mm-hmm. You want to talk about it?
Sure. Well, it's been a really interesting, I've always, over the last several years, I've been confident enough to talk to directors and writers, and like if I have a line pitch here and there, you know, every once in a while I'll sneak something in. But you know, my official moniker in this show is Additional Material By, with one of my best friends and my writing partner, Joe Farrell. And we were there because of the crazy schedule with the pandemic. The production schedule got shifted, and so Matthew Lopez and Amber Ruffin had to go off and do fancy things.
Right.
And so they basically needed someone clerical in the room for rehearsals. And so we were there kind of just zhuzhing a little bit.
Doing your clerical thing?
Yes, yes. But one of the
Do you
great...
enjoy that part? Do you enjoy
I love it.
Okay.
I do. I really love it. It's great not just to think about your own character, but to think about the play as a whole. So there are moments on stage where I will say one of Matthew's lines, I will say one of Amber's lines, and then someone else says something that I wrote. And it's a great, exciting swirl of delight.
I always wonder how that feels to hear something that you've actually written being said out loud in the theater waiting for the reaction. Is it different?
Great. It is different.
Yeah.
I wrote a line for Natasha, who plays Sweet Sue. As an actor, like when you have a good line that you don't have to spin at all, it's the greatest gift of all. And not to be immodest, but I wrote a line for Natasha, and she just, it's like a home run every single time. And I'm on stage with her, and I'm like, here it comes, and it's so gratifying.
That's mine.
Yes. Not officially, you understand.
What is it about you've learned in the past year or so about that show? Is there things that still surprise you, or are there things you still are adding as you go along to keep yourself entertained? And then also where you see the audience, you know, audiences change. They change in what they're interested in or where they laugh. And, you know, I know that that's always another character in the show for you guys.
It's true. You know, when you said that you saw it in December, my shoulders go up a little bit because we have learned so much since in the last year. Like that was, you know, we did previews and we were doing it in front of audiences, but naturally over the course of a year, shows breathe a little more and you have a better understanding of the character. Like I stand differently even a year later.
Do you want me to just come back and see it?
Please, that's my point.
Right,
Everyone, please come back. Anyone who saw it early, come back. Figuring out where new laughs are is always a great joy, and the balancing act of not getting hoggish with it. You know, people want to get in and out. You don't want to spend 2 hours and 50 minutes just because you found 28 new laughs.
But you always have a whimsical thing about you on stage. I mean, I've always thought that people know they're going to be able to laugh when you come out there on stage.
Well, I do think my favorite performers, there's an awareness that it's a performance. I mean, you don't want it to be like muggy, or you want it to be truthful and you want them to be invested. But it is an artificial construct.
Yeah.
You have to acknowledge that the audience is there. You have to listen to the audience. And also part of the fun, most of the fun of what we get to do is that there's the show behind the show, which is happening in the wings, which is happening in the twinkle in your partner's eye on stage, the inside jokes that happen. And I think even if the audience doesn't know exactly what's going on, that's the kind of energy that lifts it to another plane.